Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Welcome to Matt in the Kitchen, June edition. We haven't done one all year, and so I thought it's about time. Now things are starting to get back to normal. It's about time we did one. That's what I thought. If you are watching live, then please do say hello in the comments. I've got no way of knowing. We are streaming live to Facebook and YouTube today for a bit of a change, and so if you don't say anything in the comments, then I won't know that you're there. So just say hi, and I'll give you a mention on the live stream. You can also give this one a thumbs up in Facebook, and if you do, you will receive a spinning mixer, food mixer, you know, like that one there. You will receive a spinning mixer and your name in lights. That's all I can offer you today. Thank you for tuning in, and we're hoping to make these a bit more regular again. It is basically, if this is your first time here, let me reset the table. If this is your first time here, it is basically me in the kitchen because I bought this expensive mixer. Let me just see. I bought this expensive mixer and my wife said you'll never use it and it will become dusty. And so I thought, how can I prove her wrong? I thought, I tell you what, by baking every month. Yeah, she's sort of proven me right on that side of things. Baking every month and using it. And then I thought, well, I love technology and I love live streaming, hence the t-shirt today. Stop dreaming, start streaming, courtesy of our friends at Ecamm. And that is what software I'm using today, Ecamm Live. And so I thought, well, I love baking and I love streaming and a bit of live streaming. I want to do more of it. So I thought, well, what more? I'll combine the two of them. So hello to you. Make sure give it a hello. Luke Barnard has liked the stream. Luke, look at that. Your name is in lights. So good morning to you, Luke. How you doing? Are you on air? I'm trying to figure out. Luke does a radio show, so I'm not quite sure. And there is one other person viewing the stream. Wherever you're from today, do say hello and do leave a comment, and then I can also stick your comment up as well. So without further ado, I should have tested the comments. If someone wants to write test in the comments, you're more than welcome to. I should have tested them to make sure that everything was working today, but a bit panicky and a little bit warm, so never mind. Right, we are doing, as it says down there, mini chocolate and orange marble loaves. They're going to look better, I think, on the thumbnail that I gave this video. Ah, here we go. Luke is there. Loving these graphics, Matt. And yes, I am still on air, multitasking. Well done, Luke. And thank you for testing the comments at the same time, so they can shove off. Thank you, Luke. That's great. On Facebook. If anyone's on YouTube, watching the stream on YouTube, and you want to leave a comment, that would be wonderful as well. And then that way I know everything is working. I know we're going out on YouTube, but I want to check everything's working. Right, marvellous. And Luke, congratulations on your marriage the other day in Malta, somewhere like that. Well done. Good lad. Right, let's get on, shall we? Let's not look at my ugly face anymore. Let's go over here. And welcome to the workbench. And this is what I'm thinking of using for the mini loaves. Actually, if I go back to me a sec, this is what I've got. If you're into baking and you haven't got one of these, they are brilliant. Basically, you can see down here that it's basically a baking tray with loads of inserts, and you can use it to make numbers, letters, and then you can obviously decorate it, and you see that Zoe up the top there. Gibraltar, Luke tells me. Lovely. Gibraltar, Malta. I've never been to any of those places. They're all just places somewhere over there that I always think are warm. And then you can use the pieces to actually cut, like, so cut the Z in there. Fantastic. I'd love you to, Luke. He's going to pop over to YouTube and check those comments. That's wonderful. Top man. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. You see how they sort of flow the batter in. The trouble is, and if I show you on the real thing, the trouble is they are just movable. They are just movable pieces, and the trouble is it kind of goes underneath. I don't think I can. Can I show you that? Get the angles right. You see, there's light coming in underneath, so the mixture sort of squirts underneath a little bit. So we'll do that, and I've also got these. Look at those silicone hearts. So I might also use those. I do have this, but I'm a bit concerned it's not deep enough. See? A bit concerned they're going to spurt out at the top. Which, you know, as we all know, is not the thing to do. So what are we doing? We are doing 10, hopefully. So I've made spaces for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll see. And then I might use the hearts up. All right. So that's the plan. And so we're gonna make 10 of those. So let's move this out the way. So we start by preheating the oven at 200 degrees. And I always am confused as to whether to use the fan oven or the top oven. I think today I'm going to use the fan oven. Am I? Or am I getting scared? No, I'm going to use the top oven, the normal oven. Just stick that on, 200. It'll be ages before I stick it in anyway. This recipe is only going to take a little bit of time, but it always goes longer. So I've stuck the oven on, preheat the oven, 200 degrees, gas mark 6. And what we're going to do is we are going to pull the mixer over. Oh, there we go. Right, let's get those out the way. And over here, because we love a bit of this. So it says whisk. So with a KitchenAid, you get 3 things. You get this, what I would call a beater, a whisk, and you also get a bread thingy. Sorry if I'm too technical for you. And it says whisk, so I'm going to go with the whisk. Yeah, I'm a good boy. I follow instructions. So I'm just going to whack that on there. Oh, Luke, I've got your test comment as requested. Top man on YouTube. Thank you very much. There will be a bit of a delay. Right, so I've got that whisk there. What am I going to do first? I'm going to take this bowl out and we'll shove this out the way. They are so heavy, KitchenAids. It's unbelievable. Right. So here we go. It's a lot of 225 grams. All right. So what are we going to do first of all? We'll do a bit of that. We'll pop that in. Turn it off. Turn it on again. 225 grams of butter, because what we're going to do first is we're going to whisk the butter, sugar, flour, and eggs. Yeah. So I'm tending to use Anchor Spreadable these days, because I often use full fat butter and then it just doesn't, it's too fatty and it doesn't work and it all ends up a mess. So actually, what am I doing? I might as well just do it straight into that for the moment. Turn that off. Turn that on again. And we're going to stick that in. Oh, Luke, you've just subscribed on YouTube. That's good news. Right, 225 grams. Let's get to this. $204, 217. Was it 225? 224. Oh, 225. Lovely. My scales are slightly playing up. Ah, excellent. Faster on YouTube. Well, yeah, that seemed right. Right, 225 grams of butter. And it is actually better on YouTube. It is in 1080p on YouTube rather than 720 on this one. Right, that's the butter in. I'm going to take this out because the trouble with the Anchor Spreadable is it goes mushy very, very quickly because it's got the buttermilk in or whatever it is. Rapeseed oil. Lovely. Right, 225 grams. Next we do the sugar. And the sugar is Tate & Lyle Fairtrade Golden Caster Sugar. All right. I need some scissors. Excuse me one moment. All right. So what's 225 plus 225? 450, isn't it? 450. So I'm just going to keep adding that. Yep, that'll do. Lovely. If you are watching us, make sure you say hello in the comments, and then that way I know that you're there. Or just give us a thumbs up or something like that. That would be lovely. Right, I've done the sugar. We need a bit of that for sprinkling later on. But for the moment, that's the sugar, sorry. Oh, dropping things. Butter, sugar, flour. So flour is 225 grams of self-raising flour. And I am going to sieve it. Okay. So again, it's 225 grams. We're getting used to that figure by now, aren't we? Brand new packet self-raising because all mine had gone off. So it was 600, 825. There we are, lovely. $825. So sieve that in. Hello, David Avery. Hello, Donna. How are you? Hope everything's well. Okay, that's done. Oh, yeah, no, that's all right. Just oddly, my scales have. Okay, I'm a bit concerned that I've maybe messed up with the measuring of that flour, but I think we're all right. And then we do 4 large eggs. Okay, we don't need the scale for those. I'll just grab the eggs out the fridge. Yes, I know, I put my eggs in the fridge. What are you going to do about it? Do you put your eggs in the fridge? There's a question of the day. Do you put your eggs in the fridge, or do you just leave them out on the side? It's arguable that chickens, when they lay their eggs, they don't lay them straight into refrigerators. We just kind of, well, it's somewhere to put them. I don't think they last any longer or whatever, because we eat our eggs pretty quick. Where do you put your eggs? Fridge or the counter? Or, yuck, I don't like eggs at all. All right, let's do some eggs. I need a bowl to put all the yucky stuff in. There we go, my breakfast bowl from this morning. I haven't done the washing up. Right. Number one. Oh no! Oh gosh, I've cracked one in the case. Oh, this is disastrous. Yuckaroony. It was a bit sticky anyway. Oh no, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Can you see it? Gouging out. What a nightmare. Right. I think it had already somehow cracked. Get in there. In. Thank you. Right, can I get this one out? Yes. Yuckaroony. What a disaster. That'll go on the highlights reel, won't it? If there are any highlights. Right. Oh no, I don't want to do that because I'm going to tip all the eggs out. Right. Okay. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, you don't need to be seeing that absolute mess. Someone's going to tell me, well, that'll teach you for putting eggs in the fridge. All right, I'm just washing my hands because you can't see me in this camera angle. So I'm just walking around the kitchen doing stuff. Okay, all right, all right. Eggs in the fridge. Thank you, David. I'm not completely and utterly loony. Eggs in the fridge. Right, get with it. All right. You can't see my gooey mess. Look at that. That is a gooey mess. Eggs, though. I love eggs. Eggs in the fridge. Good, good. Right. That's how we're looking so far. So we've got the butter, sugar, flour, eggs. We've got to whisk it until smooth. All right. There we go. We love a bit of whisking action. So put that down. We'll start slow. All right, how are we doing? Smooth yet? Are you smooth? Probably need a bit of spatula. Bit of spatula action. Are you smooth? I might give it another little zap. What's the harm? It's not like I'm physically doing it, is it? I'm just standing here being lazy. All right, I'm leaving it at that. Looks reasonably smooth. Right, let's get rid of this. A reminder, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, to leave a comment, just say hi, and then that way I know that you're watching, because the way I'm doing it today means that I can't quite see who's joining and who's lurking and things like that, so I can't give you a mention, and I would love to give you a mention this morning. So do just give a comment, even if it's just a morning, a hello, or whatever you want. That would be fantastic today. Matt in the kitchen, returning for 2021, is it? Yes, it must be. 2020 was just a wipeout, wasn't it? So we have whisked the butter, the sugar, the flour and the eggs in. So that was 4 large eggs beaten up. And then because we're making the marbleness, we have to half the mixture into a separate bowl, which is going to be this one today. Because we're going to add chocolate to one side of the mixture and then leave the other one as it is, well, with orange bits and pieces in. Okay, so let's do that. Let's transfer bits and pieces in. So yeah, if you are watching today, then do leave a comment or give it a thumbs up, and you will make a noise here and I will know that you have liked the stream. So just give it a thumbs up there, just to sort things out there. Right, so we've done that. I think I finished with the mixer for the moment, so I'll just whack that over there. And then we're back here. Gosh, this is cold. This is lovely and cold. Right, so we need to half the mixture, and I just need to clear this out because it's got a bit of flour in the bottom of it. All right, so we've got the mixture here, and we're going to sort of do half. That's a lovely noise, isn't it? All right, I think that's about half. And so we're going to make one half chocolatey and the other half orangey, yeah, to make the chocolate and the orange. So beat the milk and cocoa powder into one bowl of the mixture. So we're going to take this one away, and we're left with that one there. And so we've got cocoa powder and milk. Interesting. So let's go and grab some milk. So we're on Facebook and on YouTube today for a bit of a change. So you can sort of subscribe anywhere you want, really. So I've got a tablespoon. This never comes in. There we go. A tablespoon. And so we need to do 3 tablespoons. Let's move this a bit closer. And you can watch my shaky hands. Right, let's sort this out. 1, 2. Oh, really shaky. 3. You'll have to excuse my shaky hands. It's just the way I am. Becoming an old man. 3 of those, and then we have to do 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I am using Bourneville cocoa powder, but you know, use whatever you want. And I'm just going to go and sort this spoon out. as I don't want to clump up the cocoa powder. Right, let me just dry that. Just one moment. So, any thoughts on future recipes? Please, I'm welcome. You are welcome to give them in. What would you like me to do in the future? Have you got particular favourites? Tell you what I'd like to do in this sort of October, November time is some real lardy, like spotted dicks and stuff like that. But I'm not doing them in this heat. So any suggestions, welcome. You can leave your suggestions in the comments. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Right. So we're there. So I need to beat this together. Actually, I've got a wooden spoon for this, rather than using just a metal thingy. So let's just sort that out. Put that with that. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Football match this afternoon, I believe. England versus another team. I'm not sure who. Hopefully, are they rubbish, whoever we're playing? And then we might stand a chance of winning. Is it an easy thing to start? I don't know. Don't know what's happening with the football. Right, spatula. Get down, get all the flour off the edges. Okay, it smells delicious. The cocoa powder is a little bit bitty. Maybe I should have stuck that through the sieve as well. All right, I think that's enough for that. So that's that mixed in. So that's the chocolatey side of things. Get rid of that. Bring in the other one. And we've got to beat the clementine zest and the juice and some chocolate, some chopped chocolate. We'll do the chopped chocolate in a second. So clementine, it is the grated zest and the juice of 2 easy peeler clementines, which I've got here. Let me just get my grater. You can go back here, see me dash off and get my grater. Here we go. Oh, it's wonderful to be back in the kitchen on a Saturday morning. Feels like normality's coming back, doesn't it? So I got my grater. These are great. These are from IKEA, I think. Big fat graty bits and thin graty bits. And you sort of do it, and then you end up with them in the reservoir here. And then you just pour, and it goes. Fantastic. Right. Let's sort it out. Let's sort it out. So, I might give these a wash first. Just a quick wash over. We've got new neighbours, and I'm hoping they're not hearing me, because they must be thinking, what on earth is this? Why is this guy talking to himself? Right, I need to dry these because that is not working. Why is this guy talking to himself in the kitchen? He must be some sort of nutter. Yes, I am. Right. You can see that. That's lovely. Starting to go in. These ones don't grate very well. These are clementines. I was trying to figure out what the difference was between clementines and satsumas, and I still can't quite figure it out. Can you see some of that zest going in? There it is. These are little chaps, so they don't have much rind on them. I've already pierced through that one. Right, and then you get yourself in and then you wipe it down there. Drop that in there. Try and extract as much as possible so it's a nice orangey taste. Okay, that's okay, and then we'll zest this one up. All right. Lovely smell coming. It's going to be 29 degrees on Monday. Apparently, nightmare. I just wish the temperature could just be 21 degrees all the and don't go mad. You know, we had a terrible May, didn't we? With the showers coming down all the time. It was more like April. But then it just goes mad from one extreme to the other. Oh no. Sound like an old man, don't I? Just ridiculous. The heat. Right, so I've done my zest. That's how the zest has ended up. See it on top there. And then we just need the juice as well. So just open these up. Get rid of my now slightly crushed. And I think this is just going to be messy, isn't it? I think the answer to this is just going to be messy. What did you do this morning? Oh, I squeezed a clementine. Oh, right. Lovely. There we go. Just getting the juice out of that. Don't fall in. Silly sausages. Right. That's all okay. Get rid of that. Do this next one. How are we doing for time? Goodness me, we've taken half an hour up. Alright, let's just squeeze this one. Don't really know how else to get the juice out. I don't have a juicery thing to squeeze and twist it on. I suppose you could just use juice, normal juice, but... Right, that's that. I've had enough of that. Squeeze in. Just wash my hands. Right. Just dry my hands. There's trouble washing your hands. To dry them again, don't you? Right, you following so far? Yeah. We've got one mixture that's chocolate in here. And we've got one mixture that we put zest and juice of 2 clementines. Now we need to do 50 grams of dark chocolate. So there's my dark chocolate. I'm going to put my milk away because we finished with that. The oven preheated ages ago. 50 grams. So it's not much, is it? Look at this. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Have I got a golden ticket? No. Oh dear. Right. 50 grams. Should hopefully be all of this. Yeah, 55. Lovely. Pop that back in the fridge. And I need a chopping board, don't I? You get that? Right, knife. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Lovely, that'll do for that one. So if you are watching and you want to say hi in the comments, then that way I can say hi back to you, or give this a thumbs up if you're watching on Facebook, or a comment and I'll give you a hello this morning on the live stream. Right, that's chopped up. That's that. Not sure how small they want these chunks, really. It's often the trouble with the recipes, isn't it? If you don't like watch them on the telly to get an idea of how small they're doing these things. But too small and they'll just melt to nothing. You want to find a bit of chocolate in them, don't you? Oh, right, we're almost there. 50 grams. All right, that is my chocolate done, and that's going in to here. Lovely. And so I've got to beat those in. I've got another wooden spoon actually. Down here, over here. Right. So that is really is chocolate and orange, isn't it? Lovely. That's that. And then we have to drop spoonfuls of the mixture alternately into the loaf cases. So we've got that, we've got this. Let's clear the decks. We've got our loaf tin here. Okay. So we'll do a spoonful of this. Into here. It's going to be hard to get it into these smaller ones. Okay. See how we're doing there. And then bit of this. It's quite liquidy, that, isn't it? It's got the orange juice in it. Right. Bit more of this. Oh, sorry for my shaking hand. Bit more in these. These are beasts. Bit more in there. Bit more in there. More in there. Right, it's pretty much finished up the chocolate, the mainly chocolate mix, and then we need to whack a load of that in there. That in there. That in there, and then some smaller ones for these ones. Okay, and then, so let's clear that out the way. Clear that out the way, you don't need to see that. So I've now got the mixes, And then it tells you to grab a skewer, which I think I have. Ugh. Excuse me. Just head down into my cupboard. What I do have is, I'll tell you what I'm going to use. I'm just going to use a fork. So you can use like a kebab skewer or something like that, and it basically says slightly ripple the mixture together to create a marble effect. So I'm just going to stick that through like that and like that. And this also helps get it in the corners and straight. See what I'm doing, can't you? So that, these little johnnies. Mix that up, and then mix that up. Okay, and then we sprinkle lightly with the extra sugar. And bake for 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm just going to put a bit of sugar on my other hand. Then sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Lovely. So then I'm going to stick that in the oven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we've made. Okay. Alright, so that goes in the oven then, 200 degrees for normal, take off about 20 degrees for a fan. Goes in for 15 to 20 minutes until they've risen up, firm to the touch. Leave them to cool completely before serving. That is your mini marble loaf cakes with clementine and chocolate today on Matt in the Kitchen. Like I said, if you do have any suggestions for future Matt in the Kitchens, stick them in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll be notified each time we go live or there's a new video. I'll do a shortened version of this. A quick bite, which is just the recipe itself without me faffing about. If you have been watching, thank you very much for watching. And it's been marvellous to have your company on Matt in the Kitchen, and that is that for today. I'm going to call it there. There'll be photos up on the Facebook page, facebook.com/there's a Matt in the Kitchen, and we'll stick those on there, and I'll stick it into the video for the quick bites at the end. All right, thank you for watching, take care, and hopefully we'll do another one of these in a month or two.